Online classes. Let us continue the chapter, that is globalization and the Indian economy. Let us once again see what is globalization. As we have seen in the last video, globalization is a process of rapid integration or interconnection between countries. That is interconnecting between other countries, that is known as globalization. Now, what are the factors that have enabled globalization? That is technology. Rapid improvement in technology has been one of the major factors. Rapid im- improvement in the technology has been one of the major factors. This has made much faster delivery of goods across long distance at lower cost. So, faster delivery of goods from one place to another at lower cost. Then, internet, then mobile service and satellite. So, what is the first one? Rapid implement in the technology has been one of the major factor. Second is faster delivery of goods and services, long distance at lower cost. Then third is internet, allow us to send instant electronic mails and voicemail across the world at negligible cost. Then mobile service is also one of the major uh, uh, major factors that has helped in globalization, that is mobile services. Then satellite, to link connection from any part of the world. So satellite is also one of the factor which link connection from any part of the country. So these are the 4 points. Now let us see the liberalization of foreign trade and foreign investment policies. So there were some of the policies. What are these policies? Let us see. Trade barriers are necessary after independence to protect the producer within the country from the foreign competition. Around 1991, Indian government accepted liberalization policy. So in 1991, Indian government accepted liberalization policy. The government can use trade barriers to increase or decrease foreign trade and to decide what kinds of goods and how much of each should come into the country. This is the third point. Means foreign trade and to decide what kinds of goods and services, and how much of each should come into the country. Then taxes on imports is an example of trade barriers. Removing barriers or restriction set up by government on trade is known as liberalization. What is liberalization? Removing barriers or restriction set up by the government on the trade is known as liberalization. When the government imposes less restriction than before, it is said that to be more liberal. How it will be more liberal? When the government imposes less restriction than before, it is said to be more liberal. Now let us see World Trade Organization. As we have seen in the last video also, World Trade Organization, that is a short is WTO, is one such organization who its aim is to liberalize international trade. Then 164 countries of the world are currently the members of WTO. How many countries? 164 countries of the world are currently members of WTO. India has joined WTO on 1st January 1995. So WTO, when India joined, that is in the year 1995. WTO established rule regarding international trade and sees that these rules are obeyed. So, WTO established rules regarding international trade and sees that these rules are obeyed. Whether it is obeyed or not, that is rule regarding to the international trade. Now, impact of globalization in India. What are the impacts of globalization in India? One is consumer. As we all know, in the previous chapters also we have seen consumer is the backbone of economics. So, here consumer impact first is what? Consumer, one who buys, then producer, one who produce the things, and worker, one who make or manufacture. They are known as the workers. So, these are the impacts of globalization. Now, for consumer, globalization and the greater competition among producer, both local and foreign producer, have been advantage of to the consumer. Both local and foreign producer, they have been advantage to the consumer. Now, consumer today can take advantage on this competition to get quality products at reasonable prices. So consumer today can take advantage on this competition to get quickly products are reasonable. Reasonable means the quality and also the rate. It will be reasonable in price. This led to higher standards of living. So this all responsibilities, both local and foreign producers, this all has made it led to higher standards of living. For the producer, now producer is who? One who produce the things. Small producer face close competition with such a well established firm. They can bear small losses, but small producer cannot bear such losses. Now we can just see here Tata Motors, IT, then machines, Asian Paints, then nuts and bolts. These are some of the Indian companies, different companies from we get the things, and are some of Indian companies which are spreading this operation worldwide. So these are the things which can be as operation or sending of the things, import export can be done in worldwide. For the workers, you know who are the workers? One who do the job or who produce the means the worker, they do the work and they get in the large quantity. No job security. For the workers, what happened? There is no job security. Faced with a growing market competition among industry, much employers these days prefer to employ worker flexible. This means that the workers' job are no longer secure. That means in this, the workers' job is no job security. Very long working hours and low wages. This is also one of the problem. Wages are low and the workers are forced to work for a long hour. Steps to attract foreign investment. Step to attract foreign investment. Government of India set up special economic zone to attract foreign investment. What are this special zone? Government has set up India to set up special economic zone, and these zones are industrial zone, which industries get World-class facilities such as electricity, water, roads, transport, storage, and educational facilities. Companies who set up production units in special economic zones do have do not have to pay taxes for an initial period of 5 years. So companies who set up production unit in special economic zone, they do not have to pay taxes for an initial period of 5 years. Now the third point, government has also allotted flexibility in the labor laws to attract foreign investment instead of hiring worker on regular basis. Companies are allowed to hire workers for short period. Hire worker means we have to take worker from in loan. The struggle for a fair globalization. Some of the steps that government takes, that is, it can ensure the labor's law are properly implemented and the worker get their rights. Second point, it can support small producer to improve their performance. Third point, if necessary, the government can use trade and investment barriers. It can negotiate at the WTO for some rules. It can also align with other development countries with similar interests to fight against the domination of developed country in WTO. Now, after studying, this was a very long among this four chapters what we have taken. One more chapter is there, that is development. Among this is the longest chapter, and in this chapter, after learning these three videos, what we have studied or what we have learned, let us see. After studying this chapter, you should be able to know what analyze the production process across the country, describe the integration of the market by foreign trade, discuss the impact of liberalization, discuss the function of WTO in globalization, assess the impact of globalization on India, and the last is analyze the role of government in ensuring fair globalization. That's all with this video. Now I have completed this chapter, children, and in the next I'll be sending the PDF. You can note down all the question answers and you can learn this chapter for the examination. Thank you.